Outlander Season 5 saw Roger Mackenzie and Brianna Fraser prepare to leave Claire and Jamie behind to return to the future. However, in a shock turn of events, they were unable to leave the 18th century. Roger, played by Richard Rankin, was pretty keen from the start to find Brianna Fraser, Sophie Skelton, marry and then return to their own time in Season 4 of Outlander. However, not everything went to plan as the pair argued. Brianna was raped and Roger accidentally sold to the Mohawk by Jamie Fraser, Sam Heughan, and young Ian, John Bell. While Roger and Brianna eventually reunited when she gave birth to their son Jemmy, it's been clear the historian doesn't fit in perfectly in 18th century North America. However, Brianna and Roger have done their best to make a home on Fraser's Ridge near to their family. But when it was revealed Jemmy could hear the stones and time travel, the family made a plan to return to the 20th century. They headed off to some stones in the woods to leave their family behind, but in a surprise turn of events, they ended back in the same place. It became clear that when they thought of home, that meant their home on Fraser's Ridge, so they were destined to stay in the past. Speaking of the scene, Richard explained it was a slap in the face for his character Roger. He remarked, "It's a beautiful moment, such a lovely moment. It's like a slap in the face, a wake-up call for Roger. It's like, of course this is where my home is, this is where my family are, this is where the people I love are, Brianna and Jeremiah, obviously, his wife and child who loves more than anything and will do anything for." But he realizes, of course, it extends beyond that. It extends to the Ridge, it's Jamie, it's Claire, it's our life here. Richard continued, "It's just that subconscious thing for him. The plan was always for him to come back, help Brianna and Jemmy to the safety of their own time. So I don't really think he stopped to question or realize that underneath that, he'd really started to become attached to life on the Ridge in that time. His heart is definitely there, and I think that is the time spent there with Jamie, Claire and everyone else, and the experiences they all shared together. I think it was a really moment of real obvious for Roger when they realized the reason they had been spat back out was because that was home for them." Revealing the moment was added in for the Stars show, Richard told Gold Derby, "It was a really nice moment in the script and I don't think it's in the book. I'm really glad we had it in the show because it's a real sort of statement that Roger and Brianna are where they should be, and it takes away that constant nagging question from Roger of when are we going to be able to return home? Are we going to be able to return home?" When actually, in truth, he's never actually really wanted to, not for a long time. Probably not since Season 4 has he actually really wanted to go home. Richard added, "If you think about it, Roger's home is absolutely his family. There's nothing back in the 60s or 70s for Roger. He's given up his home, he's given up his work. He's given up basically his entire life to be with Brianna, and he doesn't do it begrudgingly. There's nothing actually for him to return to. But even if there was, he would still agree their home is where they are.